Hey, everybody. It is Ava Cherie, Miss Motivational Mogul Mindset. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for taking time out your busy weekend. It is March 31st. Happy Resurrection Weekend. Happy Passover and Good Friday. Happy everything involving sacrifice. Just coming together, joining each other tonight. I just know you had to sacrifice some time. I know there's different things going on, and I just welcome you and thank you. And I'm going to do a double duo today for Food for Your Soul quote. The Motivational Moguls Literary Realist class. We just finished out Patience is a Virtue Principles. We did 9 days of that. Check this class playlist and listen for some of the things that we did for personal development, character development, just enrichment, just something wholesome. And we loved it. We enjoyed it. And as I was transitioning from going through the principles and the virtues of patience, I posted a couple of Food for Your Soul quotes. And the topic that was floating around in the background was about a G code. It was about a code of ethics. As it pertains to gender, males, females, males have a G code, and women also have a code. So I wanted to start off before that, since it is resurrection, I wanted to talk about, have you allowed yourself to be made over before you get the makeover? And that was one of the Food for Your Soul quotes I posted a couple of days ago. Alongside that is something important we're going to discuss as far as the girls play versus grown women biz, and it's important to know the difference so we can get dialed up and get made over externally, but internally there's nothing moving and shifting in our lives. So this next few days, the principles that we're going to talk about is just having some substance about who we are, classiness, how we present ourselves, how we represent the people that we love, how we represent those who our actions will affect someday. Just picking up the mantle and taking it seriously as being the leader, the woman of your household, a mentor. Femininity is very important, that you exude a classic look and a classic taste about yourself. We do a lot of things. We're nurturers by nature. In a lot of areas, we're dominant, strong. Maybe even some women are controlling. But for the most part, we have to be on so many things at all times, and we have to do it a lot harder than men. So, you know, the thing about G code and girls play versus grown women's business is that once you transition, whether you're young and you have responsibilities or whether you're old and you have responsibilities, as you continue to want to keep getting dialed up labels and making everything look good for social media platforms and stuff like that, the quote was, have you allowed yourself to be made over before you get that makeover? What are we masking? What issues are we not dealing with self? And it doesn't have to always be an issue, but as long as we're here, there is a process to everything. So have you allowed yourself to be internally made over? Because did you marry the two? Did you marry the two, or did you just find the perfect shade to blend into the blemishes or cover the blemishes and cover up the dirt or cover up the tiredness and the weariness and the busyness or the discord or the chaos that you stir and cause up? Have you allowed yourself to be nourished and made over internally? Have time to meditate in the peaceful places? Or have you embraced and encamped yourself and allowed yourself to be encamped around a peaceful spirit where you can humble yourself and pace yourself to receive what it is that it has for you? If somebody is sent to you to be an anchor when you're weak, or when it's somebody to be a listening ear, but you can take your constructive feedback or their suggestions or the opinions that they offer you, or the advice or the leadership or the instruction or the guidance. Have you allowed yourself to be made over before the makeover? A lot of times people compound their makeup. They stack it and stack it and stack it. Just like a lot of times in life, you stack your issues. You stack unresolved conflict, unresolved bitterness, unresolved unforgivingness. You just go through life glossing over, making everything look good, blend well. And when you have to grow up, even when we had to grow up early because of choices we made, your age starts to match your wisdom. Your age starts to match your momentum, your step, how you walk, your temperament. You want to exemplify that and represent that you've come a long way. You don't want to still act like you're doing grown woman biz, but you're still doing girls play. A lot of times people think that you may be stuck up or conceited or you think you know it all. That has nothing to do with grown women biz. Grown women biz is being able to compliment one another. Grown women biz is being able to yield when you see another woman handling her business and not be insecure. Grown woman business is one with the word, and that your spirit supersedes you, your presence everywhere that you go before you even have to open your mouth. And oftentimes you don't have to open your mouth. It's the presence that supersedes you that commands the authority and attention, because you're sent with the light to gain that attention. You're sent on purpose with design. Sometimes we get it too late, but whenever you get it, are you going to maximize it? Or are you going to preserve that grown woman? Are you going to continue to bring in that girl's play and that child's play because it's easy? Or you think it's what people socially want to accept and what they expect? Because then if you do everything everybody expects, then there's nothing unexpected about you. It's predictable. And grown women know that you're unpredictable. You want to come from the side. You don't always often say what it is that you're doing. It doesn't mean you're idle. It doesn't mean that you're busy. It just means you're on the move towards something. And when it explodes, you're going to be able to not have to say a word, but your presence, just the mere presence of you, will command a certain attention. That's respect. It's genuine. It's not intimidating. It's ambiguous to where it is that you have taken your goals, where it is that you perceive your light and your life to be going, and what it is that you commanded to put into the atmosphere for you. And when you get in a certain stature and situation, people will respect that and move out the way. There will be no competition. There will be no child's play. There will be no little girl's play coming from the side, making subtle blows and hints. If you really about yourself, and if you're really a woman and you thorough, regardless of where you at in your walk, you wouldn't do that anyway. So have you allowed yourself to be made over before you get that makeover? You'll be spending a lot more money in these high-priced cosmetic stores trying to make over everything that needs to be made over. You're going to try to compound that makeup, spend all that money you probably don't have just to hide the marks, the tracks of your life, your journey. You need to clear it up. You need to release it and need to be cleansed. And when you allowed yourself to be made over internally, it won't be much to that makeover that's needed. It's just a shine and a polish. You won't have to re-gut and build it up and compound stuff on top of things. It's just a quick, let me dust this. Let me dust the exterior, because my interior speaks for itself. My internal beauty exudes. And it is the real support of my external beauty. That's girls play versus grown woman business. Because these weary eyes, these hands are work, is laboring, it's nurturing, it's cooking, it's washing, it's being a mother, it's giving birth. It's all of those things cultivated into one beautiful, beautiful, beautiful blossoming woman. Flower, gem. It's regal. It's your crown. Girls play versus grown woman's biz. Have you allowed yourself to be made over before you go get that makeover? Get ready. Come on over to Ava Cherie on Facebook. Catch me every day. I'll be uploading some things for the G code when it pertains to women's law. How we can walk in harmony, unison, support one another in young women Black excellence in everything that we do, knowing that we can complement one another and it only propels us to where we're going. We congratulate, we celebrate, and we never hate. It's just a good, healthy dose of where I'm supposed to be. Going over to Facebook, Ava Cherie. Catch me on other social media platforms. Let's get ready for it. Girls play versus grown women biz. The G code, women's law. Guys, love to you. Guys, peace to you. Until next time, Ava Cherie.